All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Happy New Year, by the way. 2025 is here, and we're kicking it off with Plug Talk as we normally do. Sorry there was no show yesterday. Um, I told you guys I had to pick up a job, obviously, so this ain't my full time job anymore. Um, I did go get a job, so I'm going to be working a little bit more, and unfortunately, I got called up late yesterday, so I couldn't do plug talk. But it's all right, man. We're here now. We got a lot of good games on the board today between NFL, college football, college basketball. I mean, the slate looks awesome, man. I'm ready to make some damn money today. It looks like Furman's on a cover for us in the first half, which is good. It's one of my early plays that I had personally. Was Furman in the first half, and they're absolutely dominating Western Carolina. I only bring that up because it's a good sign for a good day, in my opinion. Um, so we are starting a little late today, but I did want to get in time to cover most of the slate for you guys, so we can cover almost the full college basketball slate, which is not that big. We can definitely get all the college football games done and the NBA. I might try to talk to Banana later, maybe see if we can get a late NHL show going for you guys because I know it's. Let me see this slate real quick. Yeah, never mind. It's only one game. Tomorrow is the big slate. So we will cover NHL tomorrow, some way, somehow. But today we are just going to focus on, we're going to start the show off as we normally do with college basketball. Then we're going to move into the NBA and we'll end the show with college football. I got some really good picks today, man. I got some VIP plays as usual, and I'm probably going to hook you guys up with one or two of them for the new year. I mean, we're fucking killing it, man. The last few days have been really good. Gave out two really good free plays yesterday. I did give out the under in the free plays in the Texas and Arizona State game. It's not looking good. We got the under 53. Texas is just coming out super aggressive. It's 14-3 right now, Texas. Um, and right now, if this game stays on pace the way it is, this game's going to go over, 60, 70 points. So hopefully Texas slows down a little bit and Arizona stays stagnant. We'll see. But I don't know, man. Arizona State only got 3 points so far. I was expecting this to be a field goal first quarter. 3-3 by the end of the first quarter. Then we would have been on pace, but no. Texas decides to go grab two touchdowns. Um, but it is what it is, man. We'll see how it ends. We still got all game. Obviously, we got Ohio State and Oregon State playing today, and we got Notre Dame and Georgia playing today as well in college football, and we will cover those games. I hope everyone had a really good New Year, man. I hope you guys had a good night last night. Hope you guys are ready for a good 2025 because I am. If you guys want to rock out with me all of 2025, right now is your chance. I will mention this a few times during the show so everyone has the opportunity to take advantage of it. For $100, you can get the entire 2025 year with me. Now, this is only my plays. You will not get Oliver involved or Takeoff involved. This is just my plays only. And I give out two, maybe three plays a day for VIP. You do have the option to join the Discord if you want, or you can have the plays texted directly to your phone every day with the write up. So $100 gives you a full year with me. You can't beat that price, man. Cannot beat that price. You will profit. You will profit. I promise you that. There's just we our years have been good. This year, the recap is not done. It should be done. I'm hoping by tonight or tomorrow morning. for my 2025 year. I mean 2024. Um, I know, man, we would have been up like almost 200 units, but the last 4 months really brought us down. So I'm guesstimating here, but we're around probably 75 units, somewhere around there, profit for the entire year. So it was not our best year. We know 2022 and 2023 was fucking incredible for us. But I think 2025 is going to be definitely 100 plus unit year for us. So let's uh let's start it off right, man. Let's start it off right with a good day. We got some good games. Um, Obviously this over here, the QR code over there is just for my monthly pass for $10 if you want to take advantage of that. But like I said, for $100, man, you can get all year with me. Um, just hit me up because that is a one the $10 is your first payment to get in for your first month to see if you like it or not. If you do like it, after that it's $30. So $100 for a full year is really good. If you guys do want that offer, it only lasts today. If you guys do want that offer, just DM me and I will get you guys set up today. We do have a max bet today as well. We do have a play of the day max bet today, so pretty excited about it. All right, let's get started, man. We definitely got enough people in here to get started, so we're going to start with college basketball. First game we got is at 2 o'clock. We got UConn taking on. We got. Let me see here. Hold on. Yeah, so we got UConn taking on DePaul. So this is a pretty clear cut, easy one for me. This is a huge spread here. Give me 1 second. Let me put DraftKings on the college basketball instead of football. All right, so we got UConn laying 12 points. We got DePaul getting 12 points. We got a total of 144 and a half, slightly favored to the over. I mean, this is just clear cut for me, guys. I'm going to be backing UConn here. Um, I I have lived for the last few years fading DePaul in conference play. I told you guys this. We fade DePaul in conference play and we fade them in step up games. This is both of those things into one. I mean, UConn, they're normally we wouldn't back a team like UConn, right? Because they're on a 6 game winning streak. They are back to back national champions. So we don't normally get good numbers with UConn. You could always think that we're not getting the best number with UConn because they are on a 6 game winning streak, because they are back to back champions. So I tend to fade teams like that because betting is a numbers game. We talk about this all the time. It's a numbers game, and I want value. I want the most value for my dollar. And betting a team like UConn, you don't normally get the best value for your dollar. Here you can argue this line is a bit sketchy. This is why I'm saying don't go crazy with this game. Be careful with it. But there's one thing I know about DePaul. They are absolutely terrible when it comes to step up conference games, anything like that. This team just lays eggs. DePaul is just a fade in Big East play until they prove different. I mean, that's all there is to it. They get absolutely ripped apart year in and year out when they play in conference. UConn has won their last 2 games versus DePaul, especially last year. UConn beat the dog piss out of them. I mean, they were both 30 plus wins. Um, and here we are laying 12 points. I'm sorry. I'm backing UConn here. Not my favorite game on the board, but I do think UConn can come in here and easily beat up DePaul by 30 points. So the line kind of gets me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The line laying 12 points here does get me a little bit, but there's no way around it. Lay the number with UConn here, but do a small bet on this one. Next game we got Cal taking on Pitt. We got Cal coming in as a 13-point underdog, man. Love to see it, man. We got Pittsburgh laying 13 points here. We got a total of a 153, slightly favored to the over, so it's a pretty high scoring game. This might be the highest total. No, it's North Carolina, Louisville is. We got a couple games actually close to this one. All right, so we got Cal coming in as a 13-point underdog. And when I see numbers like this, right, when I see a 13, a 12, basically double digit numbers, I always ask myself, is it justified? Can I clearly say Pittsburgh is rightfully a 13-point favorite over Cal? In this one, I can't. I cannot say Pittsburgh is. Pitt is a great team. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Pitt is a great team. Uh, and I think they are a good team in the ACC. I like them a lot. I like Pitt. We've backed Pitt a couple times this year. Um, Cal, but I do think that we are getting a really good price with Cal for a couple reasons because Cal just got blown out the water in their last game. I mean, San Diego State just beat the dog shit out of Cal. And we know Cal is much better than that. And their offense, they just could not get anything going. So I went back and looked at the numbers, and that's exactly what happened. Cal had a terrible, terrible shooting night. And we know Cal is a much better team than what we've seen, right? In that game. We know Cal's offense is much better than what we've seen in that game at San Diego State, right? So, of course, we're going to get a Pitt team who's coming in, who's looked good. They clearly are the better team. I'm not going to say they're not, but because of these reasons, we are getting a ton of value with Cal in this game. I think Cal is good because they can force turnovers, which I love to look for on the road. Cal can force turnovers. They get to the line, they can shoot their free throws. And these are all the little things that are going to help cover a double digit spread in a game like this. You want a team that can shoot their free throws. You want a team that can force turnovers. Like you want a team that can rebound. And that is Cal. Cal can do all them things. They play the fundamentals extremely well. And getting double digits with them in a game like this is just too good to pass up, man. I think this is a big conference game, obviously. And getting 13 points is just too many. This game could easily be a single digit game, and I wouldn't even it wouldn't even surprise me at all if this was a single digit game. So getting 13 points here, man, is just too many. Give me Cal in this one. I'm going to take the 13 points, man. I actually do like this play a little bit. So I have not yet bet it, but I'm considering it. Next game we got Evansville playing. Yeah, 2:05. We're still in the 2 o'clock slate. So we got Evansville playing Southern Illinois. So we have not talked about or backed Evansville hardly at all this year. And that's okay. Because we do know Southern Illinois pretty well. You guys know I love the Salukis. This is a very underrated team. Uh, Obviously now they're not. We've seen what the Salukis can do. We talked about them a lot in the beginning of the year. I told you what this team was going to be and how we can make money with this team. And we did that all during non conference play. We did that with the Salukis. Now, coming into conference play against a team like Evansville, we're laying 7 points with the Salukis here. Evansville is getting 7 points. We got a pretty low total at a 139. It's favored to the under. So these are all things we really got to look at. But like I said, in a game like this, I love the Salukis here. I think this is a great spot for Southern Illinois. We have backed Southern Illinois a few times. Um, and the best thing I like about Southern Illinois is they played a very tough non-conference schedule. And in a game like this, that is going to pay dividends in a game like this against Evansville. we see they are on a 2-game losing streak right now, which I love. Southern Illinois is coming into this game on a 2-game losing streak, and we just seen Evansville get a humongous win in their last one. They were a big underdog, and they won that game. They blew them out the water. So that them two things coming together for this game gives us value on Southern Illinois. Southern Illinois, in my opinion, right? I capped Southern Illinois coming into this game at a 10.5. They should be a double-digit favorite here, and we're getting 7 points because we just seen that huge win from Evansville, and we seen Southern Illinois on a 2-game losing streak coming into this game, right? So right there's our value. We're getting value with Southern Illinois, man, and they are clearly the better team. I think, and on top of it, this is a huge letdown spot for Evansville. Coming off of that big win, man, it's time to come back down to earth. Salukis, we've been backing them all year long. I think this is a great spot for them. I love Southern Illinois today, laying the 7 points. Just lay the points here, man. And they should win this game. I'm thinking around like maybe 12, 13 points, somewhere around there. I think Southern Illinois is going to win this game. All right. Let's keep it moving, man. We got Rice versus Tulsa. We are in the 3 o'clock games. All right, so we got Rice versus Tulsa. Rice is getting 2.5 points. Tulsa is laying 2.5 points. We got a total of a 140 here, locked up on both sides. It looks like it is plus 124 for Rice, Tulsa at a minus 148. I am on Tulsa in this game. I like Tulsa on the money line at a minus 148. I think you could lay the points if you want, but I would bring it down to a 1.5 if you want to just, kind of scrape some of that juice off a little bit, and bring that price down a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily lay the 3 points. This could come down to a couple free throws, a buzzer beater. This is a tougher game, but I do think Tulsa is the better team. This is the first conference game for both teams here. They have not really played anyone outside of conference. That's what makes this game so hard because neither team has had a tough schedule at all. Um, I know that Rice has a better record. I know that, but Tulsa is the better team. All right. That's just all there is to it for me. I think at home we're getting a really good number for a first conference game for Tulsa at home. Minus 148 is fine with me. I will pay that juice. Um, and you kind of look at it. We just seen Rice lose to a subdivision team, man. I mean, they lost to fucking UNT Dallas. Like, yes, it was by only 1 point, but it doesn't matter, bro. You just lost to UN. Who is UNT Dallas? Who the fuck is that? Like, so yeah, man. I think we rock with Tulsa here. Not my favorite play on the board, but I do like the price that we're getting for Tulsa. They are the better team. They might not have the better record, but they definitely are the better team in my eyes. Um, so give me Tulsa in this one at a minus 148, but not my favorite play. Let's see what else we got here. I want to try to skip some of these bigger games. I'm not necessarily um loving some of these bigger games that we have because we do have some games today that has some big spreads. I mean, you got Stanford playing Clemson. They're laying 10.5 here. I mean, I would probably lean Clemson in this one. If you guys had to bet this game, I would lean Clemson in this one, but it's a game I'm not going anywhere near. Next game we got is at 6 o'clock. We got North Carolina taking on Louisville. This is going to be a good game. This is one of the bigger games of the day. You guys know that, man. I respect the shit out of Louisville. I like this team a lot. They are a really good team. Very underrated team as well. Here, they're kind of getting some respect in this one, and I like it. I like to see Louisville getting that respect because they truly are a good team. Um, we're laying 1 point with Louisville today. North Carolina's getting 1 point. Got a pretty big total of a 164.5 here, locked up on both sides. Catch North Carolina at a -102. Catch Louisville at a -118. I mean, this is at the Yum Center. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a good game. I think this game could honestly, guys, just turn into bucket for bucket, no defense at all, just a straight Wild West shootout. Um, and if that turns to be the case, I kind of lean Louisville. They have we North Carolina is a great offense, man. Like we have not talked about North Carolina a lot this year. Neither has the media. Like the North Carolina is just not in that spotlight that we're used to seeing North Carolina in, right? At least in my opinion. But this is still an offense that averages 86, 87 points a game. They have been able to they've been able to hit that number against most teams they played this year. Louisville defense have shown that and I've been saying this about Louisville. The two things that I think that really make this team from being a extremely elite team is one, they're not that experienced, and two is their defense. That is the two things about Louisville that really, in my eyes, make them flawed, right? And I think that that is the case here again. I think their defense is going to come back and kind of bite them in the ass here against North Carolina, and that's why we're seeing a spread like this. Louisville's offense is good, man. I don't think they're as good as North Carolina's offense, but I think they can be, especially in a high offense pace of game like this. I think Louisville can just they get in these modes, man. Like if you've watched some Louisville games, they get in these sprees that just like once it starts going, bro, Louisville, they are very, very hard to stop. And that's what I think happens here. I think North Carolina catches a lead, right? And I think all of a sudden just something cracks for Louisville and they go on this like 20-5 run. And that's what's going to happen in this game to make it go over. So I think there's going to be no defense played here. I think each team is going to go bucket for bucket, shot for shot. I think we're going to see both teams go on big runs in this game. Give me the over in this one, man. I lean Louisville here. I really do. Obviously, there's guys on the other side like RJ Davis that worries me a little bit here, but Louisville got good guys, man. They got guys like Edwards. I mean, they got a bunch of guys, man. They really do. They got a bunch of guys that could snap. We just seen Terrence Edwards have a huge game in his last one against who the fuck was that against? I don't know. He got like 20 something points in that last game though. So I think that Louisville has the guys to match up, man. So we got elite shooters on both sides. So this is one of the better plays of the day for me. I really do like the over in this one. Um what else we got? I mean, we got a few more games, but nothing really catching my eye. I mean, we got 6:30. We got Villanova taking on Butler. I mean, we can go over this one real quick. I do have it written down. Yep, we do. All right, so we got I don't really love this game though. I really don't. You got Butler coming in. What? They're 7-6 this year. Nova, I think they're 8-6 or 8-5. They are 8-5. You got we're laying 1 point here with Nova. Butler's coming in, getting 1 point. You got a total of 145, locked up on both sides at a -110. And it's a pick 'em. I mean, both sides on the money line are at a -110, and that's how I truly see this game. I see it as a pick 'em, man. Line opened up at 2, in favor of Villanova. Um, I hate to give you guys another total here, but I don't really see where to go, man. I think both teams match up pretty well. Butler has lost what their last 5 games, I believe. Um, you know, I don't know. Nova, they've lost their last six. No, they've lost. Let me see here. Last five times they have played at Hinkle. Yeah, five of their last six games, Nova has lost at Hinkle Fieldhouse. I mean, it's just Butler plays them tough, man. But Butler has lost their last five games, so it's very tough. I think we could see an over here. Villanova is an elite shooting team. We know that. This team can shoot lights out when they want to. I at least I think they are. I mean, they are top 40 in the nation according to KenPom when it comes to field goal percentage. They are the eighth best three-point shooting team in the nation. Uh I have to lean Villanova here. The line tells me Butler. The line tells me Butler wins this game. My gut tells me Villanova, or me knowing Villanova is the better shooting team. But with a line like this, the only way Butler can win this game is if they come out firing, is if they can keep the pace with Villanova. That is the only way. And if Butler does that, then this game is going over. There's no doubt about it. And the books are suggesting that Butler wins this game, in my opinion. So the only way Butler wins this game is if it becomes into a shootout. So I'm going to be taking the over here. You can catch it right now at a 145. The total opened up at a 148 and a half, so you are getting value on the over here. Um, I'm going with it. It's not my favorite play on the board, but give me the over in this one. All right. That's all I got for college hoops. Not the biggest slate today in college hoops. All the other games kind of started early, but I really didn't like too much on college today. There's a couple games that I like, that I basically told you guys, but other than that, all the other ones are just kind of leans. All right, let's load up into the NBA for y'all, man. I do got a couple NBA player props today. If you guys are in VIP, uh NBA player props, man, they have been straight cash money for us, man. We have been dominating NBA player props all year long. And it's not going to stop now. That's for damn sure. System's working, man. The system is working. All right. All right, let's start off, man. 7 o'clock. We got a 7 o'clock tip off here. We got the Bulls. Did I put it up already? No. All right. We got the Bulls taking on the Washington Wizards, man. You got the Bulls laying 6.5 here. You got the Washington Wizards getting 6.5 in this game. You got a total of 238, slightly favored to the over. Bulls are a pretty big favorite here, man. Ask myself, is it justified against the Washington Wizards? I think so. I mean, I don't see why not. This Washington Wizards team is among the worst teams in the NBA. The line opened up at a 5.5. Obviously, we're going to see movement coming in on the Bulls here. I highly doubt the public is going to be back in the Wizards, even though they're at home. So we did lose a little value on the Bulls here, but it's nowhere near enough for me to be like, okay, we lost too much value here. No, the Bulls are still, you know, obviously Craig, Levine is listed as questionable, but Wizards, they got Carrington, they got let me see, Poole. They both are questionable for this game. I mean, we know the Bulls, they have flaws. The Bulls are not the best NBA team. They're not the worst neither. But they've been playing okay basketball lately, and they should have no problems coming in here and winning this game. I just think with everything going on, man, the Wizards, especially if they're missing Poole. I mean, this should be an easy win. This line is reasonable enough for me to lay it with the Bulls here. So, not my favorite play on the board today in the NBA, but it's definitely going to be a Bulls spot for me. I'm just going to continue to be who I am in the NBA, and I'm going to stick to my codes, man. And, it's been working really well for me fading the Washington Wizards. And I'm going to do the same here. I do. If Levine's not playing, you got to look at Vucevic. I think Vucevic steps up big here. I always found that it's a little safe, to either take his rebounds or his uh, points and rebounds with Vucevic. That's how I like to attack him. So I do think that's probably the way to go here. You also do have you look at the Bulls against the Southeast Division. They have won on the road against the Southeast in 6 straight games. I mean, we just had a VIP play with Kobe White, and he absolutely demolished that number. I really thought Kobe White was going to get a fucking triple double, and I would have been so pissed because I wrote that shit down, and all I gave you guys was a Kobe White double double, and I had the triple double written down. But luckily, he did not hit the triple double. But man, I swore he was going to. But that was our last VIP play, and that smacked easy. So I'm not going to run back to Kobe White here. Like I said, we're going to stick with Vucevic. Take his points and rebounds. Take his rebounds if you want. You might even be able to sneak out some threes with Vucevic, but they're probably going to be a little juicy. So I would probably stay away from the 3 pointers. There's probably going to be no value on them. But Vucevic points and rebounds here, and we're going to be rocking with the Bulls, man. All right. By the way, the Wizards have lost 23 of their last 26 games. 23 of their last 26 games, bro. Jesus Christ. Zach LaVine does have really good numbers. I'm looking at head-to-head numbers right now. And Zach LaVine has some really good numbers against the Wizards. If Zach LaVine plays, take his points, 25 plus, take his points. Um, but like I said, he's questionable, so who knows? The Bulls have also covered in 4 of their last 5 games against the Wizards. The Bulls have covered in 4 of their last 5 games against the Wizards as well. They've also won the first half in 6 of their last 7 games against the Wizards. So just throwing some trends out there for you guys if you like to follow trends the way I do. In NBA, I tell you guys this all the time, but in case there's any new listeners in here, I'll tell you again. I love backing head-to-head trends in the NBA. It works extremely well for me. Uh, and it's just the way that I like to attack the NBA, especially when it comes to player props. You look for head-to-head trends, man. I'm telling you, they hit 90% of the fucking time. Um, there's just certain things you got to look for. I guess I just figured it out a little bit because we've been smacking the NBA left and right this year with player props. All right, we got the Magic and the Pistons. Tough game for me, but at the end, it's not. Obviously, Orlando is the better team here. And we are getting an extremely good number. But there's, one of my main codes in the NBA is the Magic at home, but the Magic are on the road here, so we can't really necessarily take that into, context. But you got the Magic getting 2 points, you got the Pistons laying 2 points, and we got a total of 212.5 here plus 114 with the Magic on the money line, and you got the Pistons at a minus 135. I mean, this line opened up as a 1.5 in favor of the Pistons. Um, I think we go with Detroit here. I think you just follow the books, guys. I mean, this line is telling me everything we need to know. Obviously, we know that the Magic are missing Mortz and Franz Wagner. Both Wagners are out. Bonchero, um, I mean, out where, excuse me, where the Pistons don't have anybody on the injury list at all right here. I don't see a single person on the injury list for the Pistons. I mean, the Magic have been, yeah, they've been struggling a little bit, but they got injuries. One thing we do not do, and I'll say this all year long. We don't fade the Magic at home. On the road is where they're going to be mostly exposed. And with this Pistons team, man, they got some momentum, man. I think they can get it done. We did see the Magic. I think they just beat the Nets. They had a really good comeback. They had a really good comeback versus the Nets. I thought that shit was cooked. And they actually came back and got the Nets. So you can't ever really count this Magic team out. The Pistons, they are playing pretty good. It looks like they got the Nuggets pretty well. So that worries me coming into this game. Is that mine? No, that's downstairs. Downstairs fire alarm's going off. That just sounds like it's in my house, don't it? That's how thin these fucking cheap ass projects are. All right, so we got, like I said, man. You could argue that this should be a letdown spot for the Pistons. Nuggets, man, that's a big win. But you can really argue for either side in this game. Not my favorite game in the world. I like the Pistons at home here. I think if you're ever going to have a chance against the Magic, it's going to be on the road. The only thing that is keeping me from betting the Pistons in this game is the fact that they just had that game against the Nuggets. And this is a really good letdown spot. And honestly, I could see the world being on the Pistons in this game. So that is the only thing holding me away from betting this game on the Detroit Pistons. But I am still going to go ahead and give you guys the Pistons here. I'm just not betting it. Now, if you look back, we're going to go to some head-to-head trends here. The Magic have won their last 7 games. The Magic have won their last 7 games against the Pistons, and we're getting them at plus money. I mean, very, very tough. Very, very tough, man, to fade something like that. Especially with the letdown spot that the Pistons are in. If you are going to back the Pistons today, like I said, there is no one on the injury list. Obviously, Cunningham is always a good look, but I'm looking more towards like Tobias Harris, man. I like Tobias Harris here. I like his points. I like his rebounds. If you guys can get him, that's who I'm going to target. His rebounds are probably the better look. I mean, his points are probably the better look in this one. They only got him at a 10.5 today at a minus 120. I think he can hit that. So I'm gonna give me Tobias Harrison his points today. It looks like Ivy has some real or yeah, Ivy has some really good numbers as well. But yeah, I want let me see. Pistons have also not covered the spread as home favorites in 5 straight games. God, man, there's a lot back in the fucking Magic in this one. All right, I'm just going to stick to Harris's points in this one, and be careful if you're betting the Pistons. That's all I'm going to say. Not my favorite game on the board, but everything suggests Magic in this one, except for the line. Everything suggests Magic in this one, except for the line. So maybe the Magic are. We know the Magic are the better team, right? I mean, even though they have them guys out, I say it all the time about the Magic. This is a team that is literally next man up. Like this team is deep. You got to remember the Magic have been bad for so fucking long that they have really built this roster into something crazy good. Because even with both Wagner's out, even with Bonchero out, I mean, this team can literally play next man up and have no problem. Like we've seen it all year with them. I mean, we really have. Maybe Magic really are the play here. You know, maybe they are. We'll see. But I know I'm back in Harris today. That's for damn sure. All right, next game up. we got the Jazz taking on the Knicks. Um, we got the Jazz coming in. Let me see. Yep. 7:40 start time. We got the Jazz getting 12 and a half. We got the Knicks laying 12 and a half. We got a total of a 230. Slightly favored to the under. You got the Jazz as a plus 550. Got the Knicks at home at a minus 180. You know, the Knicks are 23-10 this year, where Jazz are just pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. And they continue to be pitiful. They haven't even won 10 games, man. I'm gonna lay it with the overrated fucking Knickerbockers here. The Jazz are still without John Collins. He's doubtful to play in this game. Um, we know Robinson is out, but he's been out for the Knicks. It doesn't even concern me. I mean, this is just two teams going in complete opposite directions, guys. That's exactly what this game is. Um, you know, I I don't know, man. The Knicks deserve to be a big favorite here. Do I think the Knicks are overrated? Yes. In almost all of their games, the Knicks have been overrated to me this year, but they have really surprised me in some spots by covering numbers like this. You know, these teams met on, let me see here, head to head real quick. All right, so yeah, last time they met was on November 23rd. It was the Jazz who actually beat the dog shit. The Jazz beat the dog shit out of the Knicks. It was 121 to 106 upset for the Jazz. I think the Knicks might remember that a little bit. Think the Knicks might remember that a little bit. So 1 out of 7 of the Jazz's wins came against the Knicks. Bro, I think the Knicks come in here and absolutely whoop the shit out of these boys tonight. Uh you look at you look at the Jazz in Madison Square Garden. They have not covered this spread in 4 of their last 5 games at Madison Square Garden. Um, the Knicks have covered the spread in their last 5 home games against the Northwest. The Knicks have won each of their last 7 night games. Oh fuck, that means I guess when it's dark outside. I don't know why they even add trends like that. Like, so what? They won when it's dark outside. Like, fuck. All right. When it comes to player props, in this game, I got quite a few. I gotta walk on eggshells here because I do have a VIP in this game, so I gotta kind of walk on eggshells here. Want to see if I can find you guys something good though. Mm, 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 mm. See, the only thing that's going to stand out to me is the one that I got already. All right, let me look at some head-to-head trends real quick. See if I can't find a good number. Ananobi. Uh he's got really good numbers against the yeah, he's got some really good numbers here. He's got some good numbers against the Jazz. OG here. He's got 15 points or more in his last 5 games against the Jazz. So I would look at his points tonight. Jalen Brunson is probably a good look. I'll give you guys OG. I'll give you OG and his points tonight. So look at Ananobi tonight and his points. That's where I would go in this one. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Next game we got the Pelicans taking on the Heat. So you got the Pelicans coming in as a 9-point underdog. Pelicans on the road, 9-point underdog. Heat laying 9 points. You got a total of 220. Locked up on both sides in this game. The line opened up at a 220 for the total, and the Heat opened up as an 8.5 point favorite. So we are seeing very limited line movement in this game. We know the Pelicans are one of the worst teams in the NBA, hands down, without a doubt. My problem is they're playing Miami in Miami, and this has been one of the worst home covering teams in the NBA in the last few years. And it's just one of my codes. It's a very low code. It's at like six, I think like code six, where we do not back Miami in Miami when they're laying big numbers. And this is a big number, but they are playing the Pelicans. I know the Heat are the better team. I know the Heat are playing the better ball. But for whatever reason, guys, this team does not cover big numbers at home. I mean, do they sneak a few of them in there, like now and then? Yeah, sure, they do cover at home now and then. But I'm telling you, you go back the last few years, and this fucking Miami team is one of the worst teams at home. Man, they are a terrible home covering team. Um, Sure. Do they win this game? I honestly believe the Heat win this game, but I don't think they're going to cover this number. And you guys will never hear me back the fucking Pelicans, man. But God, I mean, it's just against one of my things, man. I just can't do it. Pelicans, their fucking injury list is as long as my fucking food bill. But you got the Heat. They have ruled out Richardson. It looks like. Obviously, Duncan Robinson is questionable. I mean, look, I know the Pelicans are not an easy team to back, but I just got to stick to my code here, and we just do not lay big numbers with the Heat at home. Uh, I do think the Pelicans look a lot better with Murray back in the lineup, man. And that I think that's a huge thing here. I think having a player like Murray back in the lineup for the Pelicans is big in a game like this, especially against a team who has extreme troubles covering big numbers at home. So God, man, like it might actually rain pigs today, but I'm backing the Pelicans here. I have to stick to my code, man. I have to. Um, give me the Pelicans here plus the 9 points. We don't trust Miami laying big numbers at home, and we're going to stick to it, man. I wrote these for a reason. I memorized these for a reason, and this is just one of them. I do like Deontay Murray over his 3 pointers today. I don't care where they're at. Um, they're probably at 1.5. I'll take it. The Pelicans have lost their last 14 road games straight. I'm not arguing that the Pelicans win this game. I'm not. The Heat will win this game probably. I'm arguing the cover. Like that's all we care about. And I don't think the Heat cover. Murray, you can actually get his threes at a really good price tonight. You can get them at a -110, over 1.5 at a -110. You look back at Murray's last 5 games against the Heat, he has hit this number. He's actually hit three or more. He's actually hit three or more 3 pointers in his last 5 games against the Heat. And tonight they have his number at 1.5 at a -110. So give me that shit all day. He's also got 18 or more points against the Miami Heat in 6 straight games. Uh Deontay Murray is definitely a way to go tonight. I overlooked this play, but this is VIP material. Deontay Murray tonight is definitely VIP material, man. So take his points tonight. I love his 3 pointers. His points tonight, you can get over 16.5 at a -125. You might even be able to run that up to 20, to be real with you. You might be able to take Murray for 20 plus tonight at plus money and take his over 1.5 3 pointers at a -110. I absolutely love this play tonight. Bah, bah, bah. Why I love Plug Talk. All right. Next game we got, man. We got the Nets. We got the next Nets playing the Raptors, man. This line looks a little goofy, if you ask me. You got the Raptors at they're laying 2 points at a minus 130. You got the Nets getting 2 points at a plus 110. We got a total of a 221 here. Nets on the money line at a plus 110 and the Raptors at a minus 130. So, only reason why it looks goofy to me is because the Raptors are favored. That's the only reason why it looks goofy to me. I love back in Toronto at home, but it's normally in an underdog role, which if you guys would have caught this line when it opened, the Raptors actually opened up as an underdog. Um, just I guess people caught on to it, and I'm guessing someone put a pretty hefty wager on the Raptors at home as an underdog because that's just been one of our things this year, and I'm sure we're not the only ones who knew that. But now this line has just flipped so much that the Raptors are now a 2 point favorite instead of being a 2 point underdog. So we do have to worry about that. I now with the line flipping and us getting the value with Brooklyn here, I do think Brooklyn's probably the play. If we would have caught the Raptors at plus money, I would have said yes, go ahead and take them. Now they did open up as a dog, so I guess you can say that the Raptors were a dog at home here, and we love them spots. But I mean, look, we know Johnson's going to be out for the Nets today. But in my opinion, I they got a rest advantage in this game. They are still the healthier team, if you ask me. They are a scrappy team. Obviously, you got money coming in on the Raptors here. I mean, the Raptors just played what? Did the Raptors play last night? One way or another, I know they played recently, and I know the Nets have an advantage. Last game the Raptors played, they got absolutely tormented. They played the Celtics and got absolutely fucking ripped apart. Um, I just, I don't know. It's going to come down to me if you got Barrett and Dick out, if you got Grady Dick and RJ Barrett out, that is a big problem. The line doesn't indicate that both them guys are out, but I do think chances are one of them will be out. Um, the Nets, they just play tough, man. They compete. They every game, no matter how big of an underdog, it doesn't matter. The Nets will always come out and play, and we know that, and we like that in a team. I mean, they've actually, let me see. Yeah, they've been a good road team. So what? They have 12 wins, right? Let me see. Yes, the Nets are 12-20 on the year. So, out of them 12 wins, 7 of their wins outright came on the road. I mean, they play a lot better on the road. The Raptors are kind of falling right now. They're falling apart right now. I'm gonna take the Nets, man. I'm gonna take the Nets in this one. I think the value is on the Nets in this game. I really do. And it with the Raptors already without quickly, and you got Dick and RJ Barrett questionable, which I really do believe one of them are not going to play today. You got to take them. You got to take the Nets here, man. I like the Nets in this situation. I really do. Um, let's see here. Nets have covered this spread in 7 of their last 8 road games against the Raptors. So there's one for us. So the Nets have covered 7 of their last 8 road games against the Raptors. Um, what else do we got? Let's see if we got any head-to-head player props. So we do got a couple. It looks like it looks like Claxton. It looks like Claxton might be the way to go in this one. There's just no value on the plays. Um, I would probably look at I would probably either look at Simmons, which I'm not a big fan of Ben Simmons, but I would either look at Simmons or Claxton in this game. Either one. Ben Simmons assist look pretty good. I mean, he's been getting a lot of assists in almost all of his last games, right? You go back and look at his last 6 games. I mean, he's been averaging almost 10 assists. So I would probably go back and maybe look at somewhere with Simmons and his assist and maybe parlay it with like Claxton rebounds or something. But other than that, Nets for me in this one, man. There's just too much that are adding up for the Nets in this one. So we're gonna be riding with Brooklyn here. For sure. All right. Next game, we got the Mavs and the Rockets. We got the Mavericks taking on the Rockets, and you guys already know this shit. The Rockets are at home, man. This is code number 2 in my book. We do not, under any circumstances, highlight it. Any circumstances. Yes, they are playing the Mavericks. You guys know I love the fucking Mavs. But we do not fade Houston in Houston, bro. It's so simple. It could just be so simple. This is what you do. If you have done this all year and y'all have just simply followed this all year, you are up a ton of money. You are up a ton of fucking money. Don't fade the Rockets in Houston. Don't do it. If you are ever going to take a shot at fading the Rockets, man, you do that shit on the road. Do not do it at home. All right. So we don't even have to get into detail with this one. I talk about it all the time with y'all. We do not fade the Rockets at home under any circumstances. I don't have to look at stats, nothing. Lay the points. We blindly lay the points with the Rockets at home. So I'm going to lay the 5 points here. Easy, squeezy, lemon peasy for me in this one, man. Rockets all day. When it comes to player props, um, let's see if we got any good head-to-head player props in this one. Cause I can go to the regular shit. First, let's look at injury reports. I didn't even look at the injury reports. That might help. Um, ba ba ba. We know Mavericks, Luca, Kyrie, Lively, and Clay are all questionable, and we're only laying 5 points. Ba ba ba. So the Mavs had almost the same injury report against the Kings, and they had a starting lineup of Dinwiddie, Grimes, Hardy. Mavs shot over 40% from the field in that game. It looks like Tate is questionable for the Rockets here. At least that's what I'm getting out of this injury report. I don't care. Rockets have a rest advantage in this game too. I mean, go back and look at the Rockets in the rest with the rest advantage this year. They've won 8 of their last 9 games when playing with a rest advantage. The Mavericks have lost 12 of their last 14 games at the Toyota Center against the Rockets. Um, the Rockets have covered this spread in their last 6 home games against the Mavericks following a home loss. The Mavericks have failed to cover the spread in 3 of their last 4 games at the Toyota Center. I mean, bro, we don't. It's Rockets, man. Rockets, Rockets, Rockets. I'm laying the 5. When it comes to player props, I don't know. There's quite a few guys out for the Mavs, so we're going to stay away from that side of things. Unless if you guys know this Mavericks team really well, PJ Washington is probably going to be the go-to guy for me, right? With all these people out on the Mavs, I don't know the Mavs that well outside of their main guys, but if I had to, I would probably look at PJ Washington. You look at PJ Washington with Luca out. I mean, he definitely takes the threes. He has made two or more 3-pointers in his last 6 games with Luca out. So give me PJ Washington over 1.5 threes. Let me see. Kyrie. Kyrie's been fucking balling stupid crazy. My man has made 5 threes, 5 or more threes in his last 3 games. Jesus Christ, Kyrie. I mean, I'm just gonna stick to my normal guys here. We do know we just had that hero incident, however y'all want to say it. With the Rockets, I don't know how that's been affecting the game, or even with everything kind of going on in the Rockets locker room. I mean, who knows what's going on? But I do like Sengun. I do think he's always a good look. His PRA, his rebounds, any way you want to take him is always a good look. He always steps up. But with Luca out, it looks like PJ Washington is the guy to target. So I am going to actually back PJ Washington here. Take PJ Washington. You could take his points and rebounds. You can take his 3-pointers tonight. But I really do like PJ Washington, man, tonight. And like I said, on the Rockets, we're going with Sengun. All right, let's keep it moving. We got the Hawk Tuas taking on the Nuggets. Man, code number one, bro, is right here, right? So we just had 2 and 1 back to back, man. We do not, under any circumstances, highlight it under any circumstances, fade the Denver Nuggets at home, bro. You do not do it. All right. Unless Joker is out, then we have to consider maybe just leaving the game alone. But if Joker's playing and the Nuggets are at home, my God, do yourself a favor. Do not fade this team. I get that the Nuggets have not been as dominant as years past. I get that. And I know the Hawks have shined in an underdog spot. They have. The Hawks have been playing pretty decent in underdog spots. But bro, I'm sorry, man. And look, I know that Gordon and that injury doesn't help them in a game, in any game, right? But especially against a younger athletic team like the fucking Hawks. Gordon being out does not help anything. But I'm telling you, man, the Nuggets are the way to go. They won 7 of their last 10 games. This team is extremely tough to beat at home, man. And I'm sorry, only laying 5 points with the Nuggets. We've seen this all year. The Nuggets have been extremely underrated all year long at home. We get incredibly good numbers with this team, bro. Y'all go back and look at the last couple years. You can even go back and look at this year if you want. But Nuggets are a covering machine at home. They play their best basketball hands down at home. They might be one of the best home teams in the NBA. Besides the Rockets, at home is a team we just don't fade. The Nuggets are a team we just don't fade. The Magic are a team that we just don't fade. You cannot fade these teams at home. They play extremely, extremely well. And only laying 5.5 points with a very, very inconsistent team like the Hawk Tuas, Can't do it, bro. Give me the Nuggets in this one. Laying the 5.5 here. I mean, any chance I get, I'll back the Nuggets laying single digits at home, especially against a team like the Hawks, who just a month and a half ago were a team that we were absolutely not even considering backing. I mean, you could not even think about backing the Hawks with any amount of points because that's how bad they were. And now you're telling me they're rolling into Denver as a 5.5 point dog? They're gonna lose this game by 15 points, bro. No fucking way. Give me the Nuggets minus 5.5. Talk about a fucking layup. I like the Nuggets here, man. Um last game let's look at let's see if we can find any player props. I mean, Joker. I mean, y'all already know I'm going with Joker here. I go look at Joker's last fucking go look at his last 3 home games against the Hawks, bro. I think he's got a triple double in every fucking game against the Hawks. I mean, Joker absolutely annihilates the Hawks, bro. Absolutely annihilates them. Um, yeah. I mean, bro, he has Joker has got a triple double in his last 3 home games against the Hawks. A triple double in his last 3 home games against the Hawks. It's not a fucking coincidence, people. Yeah, dude, I'm all over it. Joker has put up 30 or more points in six of the Nuggets' last 8 games as home favorites. Give me Joker everything tonight. Give me Joker's PRA. He's dropping a 30 burger tonight. Give me Joker 30 plus points. I'm taking his PRA. And give me the triple double at a plus 132. Fucking let's go. The Nuggets have also won 7 of their last 8 games against the Hawks. 7 of their last 8 games. Nuggets tonight are a minus 238 on the money line. It's a great parlay piece, man. Highly advise you guys to utilize that. Take that minus 238 and parlay it with something. I think that is a fantastic parlay piece. Minus 238. I would like to see it around like a -2, but 238, fuck it, man. Throw it in there, make a 2 leg parlay with something y'all like. But that Denver Nuggets money line 238, that is a great leg for a parlay tonight without a doubt, and I'm probably going to be using it myself. If you guys want to look at anyone else tonight, I would say probably Porter Jr. But other than that, man, just bad man. Put your money on Joker, man. Let Joker go out there and do what he does in Denver, and he goes crazy, goes absolutely crazy. And we're getting him against a team that he obviously does extremely well against because there's no one that can guard him. Capella is soft as baby shit, and we all know this. Joker's going to absolutely abuse the Hawks out there. What is Trey Young going to do? What is Trey Young going to do? Block his knee? I mean, bro. I mean, yeah. All Trey Young is going to be able to do today is probably get assist. So if you want to back Trey Young in any aspect, I would say you back his assist. I think he's going to have to. He's going to facilitate. He's going to have to. So love the Nuggets tonight, man. Absolutely fucking love them. All right, last game on the board. Actually, that might have been the last one. Oh no, we got the 76ers and the Kings. All right. Um, I mean, I guess we can talk about it. I wish we could have just ended it with the Nuggets one. All right, so we got the 76ers taking on the Kings. You got the 76ers getting 6.5. You got the Kings laying 6.5. You got a total of a 222.5. All right, y'all. So we got the Kings coming in as a favorite against the 76ers. You guys know I can't stand this fucking 76ers team, man. They are just hot dog water. Um, Kings opened up as a 7.5 point favorite. Looks like we got money coming in on the 76ers as a dog here. Um, let's see who we have out. 76ers beat the Jazz and Trailblazers. Nothing to get excited about. The Kings did lose to the Lakers, but they did beat the Mavericks. 76ers, it looks like Gordon, Drummond, Lowry, Martin, McCain. They are all out. But they were out in their last game and they won. So honestly, I think McCain has been the 76ers best player this year. I hate to say it, but dude, I really do. Jared McCain has been balling for the 76ers, man. I think he's been one of their best players this year, for real, for real. Um, Kings, looks like Carter, Crowder, questionable. Crowder did miss last game. Apparently, he has a back injury, and he has played just 6 games for the Kings for this season overall. Wow. Um, very tough game, man. I mean, 76ers are one of the most banged up teams in the entire NBA right now. I mean, I think the Kings are just a bunch of underachievers. Um, we know they fired their coach. Fox and a bunch of others are trying to get the fuck out of there because everybody on this team is crying. We see a lot of these NBA players doing that, right? Like it ain't just me, right? Like are you guys getting tired of all this like crybaby shit? Like come on, man. You guys get paid so much fucking money, man. Like you guys are out there to ball. Go fucking ball. Like stop crying, bro. Like it really feels like they're trying to make this into like a reality show. Like kind of like how the WNBA is, where you get all them narratives about like, oh, this girl talking shit about this girl, and this girl bitching about her dating her. Like that's how the WNBA was. Like there's a bunch of narratives going around the WNBA like that. I'm starting to feel like these NBA players want that kind of shit, like because they're all just bitching, bro, and crying and saying, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. I'm not playing for them. Bitch, you're getting paid millions of dollars. Go out there and fucking ball and stop bitching. Like that's what I feel like with the NBA right now, bro. Like we got to remember the Kings, they are 11-21 against the spread right now. Like this is the worst cover team in the NBA, right? Like I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to do with this game. It's just so ugly and I really dislike both these teams. Kings, I dislike the Kings because they are just a massive group of underachievers. And that's what I feel like. I feel like they are just a big group of underachievers who just care more about what they look like on the court, fashion wise, or before the game, or whatever, than they do about actually playing the game. I think the 76ers are also a big group of underachievers, but the 76ers are just extremely banged up right now, and they have not got any kind of flow going throughout that organization all year long. I'm going to take the points with the 76ers here, but it's not my favorite play. It's not my favorite play at all. But I just think you got two teams that are just like this could literally turn into a reality TV show tonight. Who knows what's going to fucking happen in this game tonight? Who knows? All right. Let's keep it moving, man. We're going to move to what everyone's probably been waiting for. Oh, yo, we are back on track. It's halftime and it's 17-3. We are back on track for that under, baby. Let's go. What happened? Them boys just stalled. Remember, we got the under 53.5. I mean, 17-3 at halftime. That's more than on pace. Let's go. All right, let's talk about it. Does anybody have any idea why is Notre Dame and Georgia moved to tomorrow? Anybody have any reason for that? Hold on, y'all gotta give me a second. Y'all know we about to look this up. I need to know why. I need to know why. No way, bro. There is no way that is why. What? Have y'all read this? A truck plowed into pedestrians celebrating the Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. Multiple injuries and fatalities were suffered, and the authorities have reportedly killed the driver. What the fuck? New Orleans is set to be the site for the All-State Sugar Bowl, a college football playoff game that is scheduled to take place New Year's Day in Caesars Superdome, just over a mile away from where last night's attack occurred. However, given the of 1,000 of the college football fans and the possibility of another attack, authorities have determined that this is the best interest of the public to postpone the game for another time. No official word has been given by authorities. The initial report of the release comes from local news affiliate. Wow, bro. Wow, wow, wow. So this is my first time hearing about the attack in this is my first time hearing about this, about what happened last night in New Orleans. So they're saying 10 people died, multiple people got injured, and basically someone just took a snow plow and went through a crowd. Like, this is the fucking world we live in. Like, this is the fucking world we live in. Wow, bro. Well, prayers out to those people and their family that lost their lives last night celebrating New Year's in a very common New Year's festival like in New Orleans. Absolutely speechless, bro. That is nuts. I had no idea. All right. Well, I guess we're going to talk about it anyway. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on it so you guys can catch a good number when the game does play. But yeah, that's absolutely terrible, man. Just absolutely terrible. Um, so do we still? Mm, mm. All right. So obviously the Texas Arizona State game is underway, 17-3. In my Discord, I gave the under 53.5 out. So let's talk about Ohio State and Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Um, I'm still a little shocked about that. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. After I'm done the show, I'm gonna go read the full article on it. But wow. Um, I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess nowadays you just, I mean, not saying that we kind of gotta expect things like that to happen, but it's almost like you're like just not even really too like, wow, that really happened anymore. Like, because shit like this is happening like all the fucking time. So why, man, you gotta be careful, man. Y'all really gotta be careful going outside your fucking house anymore. People are nuts, bro. All right, so we got the Rose Bowl. We got Oregon. I'll put this up for y'all. We got the Rose Bowl. We got Oregon taking on Ohio State. You got Ohio State laying 2.5 points here, and you got Oregon getting 2.5 points here with a total of a 56, slightly favored to the under. You can catch Ohio State at a minus 142, and you can catch Oregon at a plus 120 as the dog. All right, all right. So, obviously, Rose Bowl rematch. We love college football bowl games, man. At least I do. Now, I might not be the best at college football. I tried to give out the Baylor Bears yesterday, and we all seen how that went. Okay, so uh, I don't come on here and act like I know everything about college football because I don't. College basketball is my sport, hands down. I can talk college football easily, but I'm not the best when it comes to kind of capping it. I do have my troubles. I do still have a lot to learn. I do still have a lot to watch, but that don't mean that I can't read games. And especially, I like bowl games the most because these are games that I have watched my entire life, and these are teams that I can easily pay attention to throughout the year that usually play in these bowl games. So I always do extremely well this time of year in college football. But here I know I gave an under out in Texas and Arizona State, but I'm going to have to in this game as well. I like Oregon in this game. I do. I like Oregon here. I just can't muscle up the cojones to bet it. But I do think that the under is probably a pretty safe play here. I mean, I can see a lot. Like I can just see Ohio State just chewing the fuck out of the clock in this game. They're going to probably eat a lot of clock in this game, Ohio State. They're going to run the ball. Okay? That is what Ohio State is going to come in this game and do. They are going to run that fucking ball. Look, I'm not a big like Will Howard guy either, okay? So let me just put that out there. I'm not a big Will Howard guy either. I see Oregon who will do probably the opposite, right? Like if you're really thinking about it, like Ohio State, I could see them just trying to eat down the clock as much as possible. Where Oregon is not, and Ohio State's going to run the shit out of the ball. Where Oregon is not, Oregon is probably going to do the complete fucking opposite. They are going to try to expose Ohio State's pass defense that is very vulnerable, in my opinion. Because we know that Ohio State's pass defense is beatable. We have seen it all year long. The Buckeyes have the best run defense in the country, right? Without a doubt. I mean, they're only giving up like 2 yards a carry or something, man. Like, so we know fucking Oregon is not going to try to run the ball here, and Ohio State does have that weakness in their pass defense. So that's where Oregon is obviously going to try to attack them. The I I think they have a pay. I think where Oregon's going to struggle as well because they are forced to pass the ball in this game. Ohio State has that pass rush, man. That is just nasty, bro. Like nasty. So if Oregon don't get that ball out quick, we're going to see a lot of sacks in this game. We're going to see a lot of sacks. It's going to be a lot of problems. I mean, a lot of people are going to like the over in this game, but man, I'm telling you, I think this is an under game. I think Ohio State is going to just run the clock out. Oregon State is forced to pass the ball, but they have to deal with that pass attack from Ohio State. I can see Oregon putting up a fight here. I mean, I think Dan Lanning is the much better coach. I think he can expose this Ohio State's what 30 million, 20 million dollar fucking roster Ohio State has. I mean, I just think Oregon is better coached, man. Uh it's not my favorite. The side is not my favorite, but I truly do believe that the under is the best bet in this game. The under 56, man. I think that the Texas Arizona State game went under. I gave it out. I thought this game goes under. I was giving it out. And I thought the Notre Dame game, the Sugar Bowl, was going to go over. Um, so I'm going to stick to my guns here, man. Give me the under 56 in this game. Uh, we got a message here. All right. So, Tino says, Jordan James, Trayvon Henderson over 1.5 touchdowns. I mean, I don't see why not. I'm not the best when it comes to player props in college football, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to tell you to put your money on something. I mean, but like I said, I kind of feel like this is going to be an under game, so I would be careful with anytime touchdowns, just because it's probably not going to be that big of a shootout the way people think it's going to be. So I would honestly be a little cautious on touchdowns, but I mean, yes, both of them guys get in the end zone. I don't see why not. I think that could be a good look, man. But I don't want to tell you, yes, go ahead, absolutely smash that, because I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. So just be careful. Hopefully, someone in here listening. I mean, we got over 200 people. Anyone can answer this question for Tino. That would be great. Because I really can't tell him yes or no on that. I mean, I would say go for it, honestly, just because, but I really don't know. All right, so I do want to talk about this game just so you guys can get the number in, because this is one of my favorite plays. It was one of my favorite plays of the day. So you guys are getting a VIP play out of me here, which you guys should go and bet today for tomorrow. Um, so we got the Sugar Bowl. All right, we got the Sugar Bowl between Notre Dame and Georgia. Obviously, like I said, it's postponed for tomorrow, it looks like at 8:45 p.m. is what's on DraftKings. I just told you guys why, because in New Orleans, where the game is being played, um, sadly, a bunch of people lost their lives last night in an attack by a snowplow. So crazy stuff. But you got Notre Dame here coming, laying 1 point here. Georgia getting 1 point. You got a total of 45.5, slightly favored to the under, and the money line is locked up on both sides at a -110. So I am very strongly opinionated in this game. And a lot of people are not going to a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me in this game. But that's okay. I mean, we have the Sugar Bowl, and this line has been doing jumping jacks. I mean, I've seen this line up to a 3. I've seen Georgia favored. Now Notre Dame is favored by 1. Uh, and I get it. It's because we have multiple different books. And if you're looking at different books, you're going to see multiple different lines. Now, if I were to just watch DraftKings, I mean, I could probably say that this line might have moved a half a point or a point, maybe. But across all the other books that I've looked at in New Jersey, this line has been every which way. Um, so it's hard to take any kind of real context into that, but it just goes to show how close this game could truly be. Um, when I look at Notre Dame, I have looked at Notre Dame my entire life like this. When I hear Notre Dame or I think of Notre Dame, I instantly think of college football. Instantly. Notre Dame has always been and always will be college football to me. They are college football, in my opinion. This program has always been that way, and they're always going to be that way to me. Um, I am nervous for Notre Dame in this game. This is a very tough game. Notre Dame has not played anyone, and that is my biggest issue coming into this game. Y'all tell me, who has Notre Dame played? Please tell me. Honestly, looking at their schedule, you got to admit their toughest game was against Texas A&M. Can't tell me different, bro. Cannot tell me different. I will confidently say that Georgia has played the much tougher schedule, and that is without a doubt. And I will also confidently say that Gunner is an upgrade over Carson Beck. And if you want to argue with me on that, be my guest. Okay, because that is definitely opinionated, because we know Beck is good, but Don't get caught up in all that QB bullshit, okay? About how back up this and back up that. Don't get caught up in that bullshit, bro. Just don't. All right? Don't do it. Because I'm telling you, man, I truly believe that Gunner is an upgrade here. Low key, I think this was a good thing. Um Georgia I, Georgia has the capability of running away with this game, in my opinion. I think they are the better team. I think people are going to get caught up on that QB thing. I love that Georgia is the underdog in this game, even if it is by 1 point. I love it. I also think that Kirby Smart is way, way not even in the same realm. Like, he is such the better choice here, bro. Like, it's not even a fucking contest. Um I mean, I like everything. This is exactly what I texted to my guys this morning. All right, so this is what we got here. You got Georgia, who has played the much tougher schedule, right? You got Georgia as an underdog coming into this game. You got Georgia, who is better coached in this game, and you got everyone stressing because Georgia is going to have a backup QB. But in reality, this backup QB is not that bad at all, bro. I mean, if anything, I'm going to argue, like I said, that I think this is an upgrade. Like, what am I missing? I love Georgia, bro. Absolutely love them. I'm taking Georgia here. I think Georgia has the capability of running away with this game, no problem. So I advise you guys to get this bet in as soon as you can. I absolutely love Georgia. It was going to be one of my bigger VIP plays of the day today. Not my biggest one, but one of my bigger ones today was going to be Georgia. But obviously, the game is postponed. So I'm going to give you guys basically a freebie here because when this game is played, either tomorrow or Friday or whenever, um, Georgia will be the bet. So absolutely love them over Notre Dame, man. I don't think Notre Dame really has much of a chance here. Do I think Notre Dame keeps the game close? Sure. But I think when it's all said and done, everyone's going to be like, wow, Notre Dame really had no chance in that game. And they're not going to. I don't think they're going to be in the game at all. I think they're going to be there. They're not going to be in it. So give me Georgia, man. I like them a lot. I'm gonna take Georgia on the money line here. All right. Time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Um. All right. So we have a lot of 2 o'clock basketball games that we talked about. Hey, hey, y'all. Look at Cal. Oh, look at UConn too. UConn laying away with it. It looks like the only one so far that we might be stressing is the Salukis. 42-31. Southern Illinois. 42-31. Evansville. UConn beating the shit out of DePaul. Cal 42-38 against Pitt. So we're looking good there. Rice and Tulsa. It looks like Tulsa is down by 5 right now, but that game just started. Um, so yeah, we're not looking terrible, man. We're not looking terrible. Because Cal was a good one. We like Cal. Cal was a big underdog. You can actually catch Cal live right now at a +4.5, which I don't think is terrible, y'all. All right, man. Give you guys the best bet of the day. Our best bet of the day is going to be Murray. Deontay Murray over 1.5 threes, or you can just simply take his points. I like the over 1.5 threes. I think he can get three, maybe 4 threes today. I know he's definitely going to get his attempts. So if your book allows you, take Murray's attempts over for 3 pointers. But I like over 1.5 threes made at a -110 for Deontay Murray today as my best bet. All right, man. I appreciate all you guys. Once again, I'm going to say it one more time for everyone who was not listening. Even if you go back and rewatch Plug Talk and you are hearing this, you guys can still take advantage until tomorrow. Once tomorrow hits, this giveaway, or not giveaway, but promo is going to go away. You guys got to DM me to get the promo and get the payment code. But $100 will get you all year, all 2025 with me in my VIP. You can get access to the Discord, or you can get the plays texted directly to your phone, or you can get both. It does not matter to me. All you have to do is ask for what service you want, and I will be happy to accommodate you. $100 all 2025, man. Make sure you guys take advantage of this. I highly advise you to take advantage, bro. You're not going to find better value with a better capper in this entire industry. I promise you that at that price. So take advantage, man. Make your money make money for you, y'all. And that's exactly what this is. You got to spend money to make money. And with a value like this, $100 for a whole year, bro, your money is making you money. Like that is an investment, 100% investment right there, man. So make sure you guys take advantage. All right, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Happy New Year. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the games. And let's make some fucking money, man. It's what we're here to do. Let's make some fucking money. And I'm ready to do that. I'm off for the next 3 days and we're locked the fuck in. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Probably I gotta look at the slate. But just go subscribe to the YouTube channel and you will always get notified when Plug Talk is going to start. Just go to YouTube, type in the outlet Sports Ventures, and our channel will pop up and just subscribe. I give out daily dogs of the day. I'm trying to get a couple more people on the team to start doing more content. I'm adding a couple writers to the team. So we are expanding. 2025. Hopefully, we start getting noticed a little more over at the Outlet Sports Ventures, man, because we have a lot to offer and our team is amazing. So I'm actually adding more people to the team as writers, content creators, not necessarily handicappers. I want people to make content for free. I want people to write articles to give to the community for free. So that's who I'm hiring. I'm hiring content creators and writers. I got my team of handicappers. They're great, and that's all I want. But now we're hiring for free content. I want people, I'm going to pay people to put out free content for our viewers and readers. That's my objective. So that's going to be starting very soon. All right, man. Appreciate all y'all. Have a great day. Happy New Year. Let's make some money. And as always, let's make tonight a winning one, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another